Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going way better than fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going way better than fantastic as well. Today I want to talk about an important news story that sadly highlights what I was just saying the other day. And that was the reference I made to regarding the great white shark looking to go after the helpless sea lion pups as its first choice, as opposed to going after the more dangerous grown adult sea lions. Now will they go after the wise, strong, mature sea lion? Yes. Yes, they will. If they have what the shark needs, and they have no other options, they will, but most of the time, to preserve the shark's life and health, it will go after the prey it seems easiest. Well, narcissists are the same way. Yes. They can and will go after someone from a well-adjusted family, or someone that has people in their life. But if you dangle the idea of someone helpless in front of their face, their inner wheels start to turn. And they begin to think about how they can scam this person and ruin this person's life for their own gain. And this is what we are seeing here in this case. Allegedly. John Belt before he got dementia looked like this. A strong man. Looking healthy and fit. But this is what John looks like today. Now what the news story said, John is only 58 years old. So it's unclear how or why John got dementia. Was it a rare happening? Or was it something else? But that being said, this is the unfortunate situation that he's in right now. But sadly a woman comes along, named Avis Wingo, again. It's not clear how Avis knows John or John's family. But Avis, from what it's alleged, got a marriage license, took John on a cruise, and surprised him with pushing him into a marriage ceremony at the last minute. Even though John's doctors listed John as totally mentally unfit and incompetent. Then soon after she racked up over $20,000 on John's credit cards. She bought a new car. And a nice new house. And then you guessed it? She put John in a facility or care home with do not save orders put into place if John becomes sick. And even though John comes from a loving home, John's family are unable to take John out of this facility and care for him themselves. Along with having the marriage reversed. Oh. And Avis is also getting John's $33,000 a year Social Security and pension. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Where do I begin with this one? I mean, this is almost exactly what I've not only been saying for several years, but also just the other day as well. You see, the narcissist is always scoping for easy prey. Just like the great white shark. And for the narcissist, when a piece of helpless prey. And I say it like that because that's how the narcissist sees certain people. But when they see low-hanging fruit, or helpless prey, it's like a knee-jerk reaction that kicks in with these people. They just can't help themselves. They just can't. Because someone like Avis now thinks she's on easy street. $33,000 a year isn't a rich life. But when you are working a job yourself, it can provide a very comfortable cushion. And also make it so her future retirement is easier. Or maybe she can go and work part-time now, instead of full-time. You see, the narcissist looks at you as what they can get. Is it long-term supply and watch you squirm around until the life leaves your body? Or is it some way to get money out of you? And you don't have to be rich for them to see you in that light. If they believe they can get child support out of you, alimony out of you, convince you to buy a home together, then file false claims of abuse against you and kick you out. They will do it. Because the narcissist just sees it as a means to an end. And that's how they see you. A means to an end. And likely that's how John was viewed by Avis. A way to get one step up higher in what society deems to be a good life. And sadly this behavior is now getting praised. You see it all the time on these dating podcasts. There's never any talk about being treated with love and care. It's all transactional. And what one can get from the other. And we know how these relationships end. They 9 times out of 10 end really badly. When there is no love involved. The person on the other side of you is capable of doing any and everything bad to you. You see. We've been told. When divorces happen. You see the worst out of people. And I would counter that with. Those people more than likely were never in love with the person they were married to begin with. And likely it was all in act. Because in most of those cases. The divorces themselves are for silly and selfish reasons. Such as they were bored. Or they wanted to find themselves. Or they wanted to explore life. In the true. And I mean true cases of abuse. The abused party just wants to get away from their abuser. And the last thing they are thinking of is how they are going to get over on them. But this is why self-work is so important. Because though John didn't have a choice in the matter of him being vulnerable. If you or I have a choice to be stronger mentally, physically, spiritually, and in our ability to not hand over our power to those that want to take it. Because if someone really cares about you, they won't want to see you powerless. You see, if this woman really loved John, she would have been there for him. And had open communication with his family. But the last thing she would have done would have tried to figure out a way to con him into a legal marriage. Because it doesn't serve John in a good way. However, Avis is the only one that's gaining from this situation. And there are pictures of John at this so-called facility. With marks all over his body like he's being mistreated. You know, I got a flashback of my mother. When the reporter went to Avis's door to talk to her through her doorbell ring system. And she said, "John is just fine. He lost a little weight. But he was never a big guy. And he's being cared for just fine because he's in a facility." Well. Every time I would try and ask my narcissist mother to help out my brother who now has serious mental problems and is a narcissist most likely too. As a result of our upbringing. I asked her. What will he do when he has no one there to take care of him when he's old and lost as a person? And her answer was. Get this. He will go to a facility and will be just fine. You just can't make this stuff up. Look, the narcissist is always looking for who's weak. Who's in need. Who's starved of love. And it's sad. It's really sad you can't be more open with people about what you are feeling and what is going on in your life. But please be careful. Please be careful. Dementia or not. You can be just love-starved or going through a rough patch and the narcissists will show up like magic. This is why having boundaries are important. And if someone tries to break these boundaries, believe what you are seeing the first time you see it. Because they are telling you loud and clear who and what they are. But with that said, go check out the news reports on John. And let me know what you think. I would like to know. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.